The bitter coast of Vardenfell, that vast swampland, teeming with toxic marsh marrow and guarded by the venomous claws of the mud crabs, is no place for a casual wanderer. There, beneath the sickly green canopy populated by the shrieking Nyx hounds and the towering netches buoyed by levitation magic, lies a cesspool of deceit and villainy. Its name spoken in hushed whispers and fear-tinged murmurs, the Cammona Tong. The nefarious underworld bound by bloodlines and greed, it is a rising wave of corruption threatening to wash over the island. Orva Stren, the cunning and cold-hearted Hlalu denizen, is the puppeteer pulling the strings of this intricate network of bandits and wrongdoers. A complex man of many faces, Orva Stren is a paradigm of treachery. As the Thong's mastermind, he exploits the Tong's merciless criminal activities to indulge his insatiable thirst for power and wealth, whilst maintaining an air of respectability amongst Vardenfell's elite. Although ostensibly a brotherhood of kin, the members of Cammona Tong are as diverse as the sprawling province they defile. Prominent amongst them are the Dunmer or Dark Elves, an ancient and proud race, their ashen skin and crimson eyes a manifestation of their union with the Daedric prince Azura. Yet, beneath the veneer of shared ancestry lies a grim reality. Some Dunmer, seduced by promises of wealth and power, have traded their noble lineage for a life of crime, becoming both the emblems and victims of the Cammona Tong's pervasive malevolence. Whispers of their deeds echo throughout the damp, mold-ridden taverns and crumbling Daedric shrines, tales of abduction, smuggling, assassination, and slavery. Their influence seeps into every pore of Vardenfell society, from the humblest outhouse to the grandest council hall, twisting hearts and corroding minds. Such is the dreaded Cammona Tong, the viper nestling in the bosom of Vardenfell, an ominous blot on the horizon of Morrowind's peace. Be it the haughty nobleman basking in his opulent mansion, or the haggard beggar seeking solace in the ashy winds, none can escape the sinister grasp of this scourge, threatening to plunge Vardenfell into an abyss of lawlessness and despair. As if the treacherous waters of crime weren't murky enough, the Cammona Tong bolster their ranks by exploiting the time-worn customs and prejudices of Vardenfell's Dunmer majority. These traditions, steeped in ancestral worship and reverence for the old ways, become the rallying cry for the Tong's stringent anti-imperialist, anti-adventurer propaganda. They decry the audacity of imperial occupation and the insolence of foreign settlers, stirring a potent brew of discontent under the guise of patriotism. Under Orva Stren's calculating leadership, the fissures in Vardenfell society crack wide open. Like a gar herd trampling over ash yams, the powerful venerating surge of resistance overturns the relative peace of the rocky shores of Vardenfell. It is no longer a battle for supremacy on the underbelly of society, but a full-blown siege for the soul of Morrowind. The sides are drawn, not by tribe or great house, but by loyalties deep-rooted in Vardenfell's cultural marrow. Yet, Vardenfell is not without its protectors. Skulking in the shadows, the Thieves' Guild, a motley crew of rogues, outcasts, and ne'er-do-wells, find themselves as the unlikely defenders of the Isles, their interests aligned against the Cammona Tong's despotic aspirations. These blue-collared brigands understand the seductive power of coin and the persuasive force of secrets, making them formidable opponents to the xenophobic Cammona Tong. This is where our tale takes a chilling turn. Twisted alleys in Balmora, eerie tomb-ridden valleys, even the elite houses of Vivec City echo with whispers of a cold, desperate war fought in secret. The clandestine battle fought between the Cammona Tong and the Thieves' Guild pulls the Isles into a tumultuous tempest. These underworld factions clashing in an extraordinary ballet of duplicity and courage, where death often lurks around the next corner, and a slip in the shadows could mean a swift end. Every heart in Vardenfell, be it noble or beggar, feels the seismic tremor of this clandestine tug-of-war, a whirlwind of deception, bravery, and destiny in the making, under the silent gaze of the three gods themselves. The churning cauldron of Vardenfell's tumultuous underworld eventually boils over, culminating in a cataclysmic flashpoint as the Cammona Tong execute a daring gambit. In their insatiable quest for dominance, they launch an audacious coup against House Hlalu, Orva Stren's apparent allies, but secret victims. This shocking betrayal tears asunder age-old alliances, severing familial ties, and plunging the Isles deeper into chaos. Yet, even in the darkest of nights, the stars align to illumine unlikely paths. As the Tong's machinations unfurl like a wide swathe of moon sugar across Tamriel, a truly unexpected development unfolds. The Empire, the elderly giant that had allowed Vardenfell's rot to fester under its gaze, finally stirs from its slumber. A clandestine operation seeks to dismantle the Cammona Tong, this serpent gnawing at the heart of the Empire's occupied territory. The echoes of battle reverberate across the island, a chaotic ballet of treachery and courage. When the dust finally settles, the aftermath reveals a gruesome mosaic of a society ravaged by its own sons and daughters. Yet within these ruthless cutthroats and despicable smugglers, newly ignited sparks of humanity emerge. New and resilient alliances rise, formed in the crucible of adversity, amongst those who refuse to bow to the terror of the Tong. Their resilience and moral integrity bear testimony to their fortitude, a beacon amidst the shadows. Our tale concludes with a hopeful glimpse of dawn breaking over the ashen peaks of Red Mountain, illuminating a new day for Vardenfell. Throughout this sin-ridden saga, the land has endured, hardened by the fires of strife and adversity. The stench of moon sugar and skooma residue stings less caustic, the blood-stained streets of Vivec seeming clearer, the malevolent whisper of the Tong fading into defeated murmurs. There is now a glimmer of expectation for a time when Morrowind can once again flourish, free from under the shadow of the dreaded Cammona Tong.